From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reported tonight,
Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, the President commissions 450 megawatt power plant in Azura, Edo State, construction to be completed in 2017. Nigeria Labour Congress demands full weight of the law on a Lagos-based company over death of employee. World Health Organization raises alarm, says about 4,000 people have died of Ebola in Liberia, Sierra Leone and Guinea. And Pakistani child rights activist Malala Yousafzai becomes the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
On business news, the Lagos State government records an impressive 84% budget performance for the third quarter of the year.
And on sports news tonight, it's a crucial weekend for Nigerian football as Super Falcons and the Super Eagles get set for tough duels in Africa's biggest showpieces.
The federal government appears to have its focus on a functional power sector as the President today commissioned a 450 megawatt independent power station in Azura, Edo State. At the well-attended ceremony, the Minister of Power, Professor Chinedu Nebo, the State Governor Adams Oshomole and many others agreed that an effective power sector is an added advantage to a strong economy. Our correspondent Nyota Igbe reports.
The presidential jet conveying President Goodluck Jonathan and his team arriving at the Benin airport, where the Edo State Governor, Adams Oshomole, members of the Edo State Executive Council, some ministers and other dignitaries are on hand to receive him. The airport formalities over, the president proceeds to Ihobo Orio Osemwede communities, venue of the groundbreaking ceremony, in a chopper. The Minister of Power, Professor Chinedu Nebo, in his welcome address, says the project has the support of the federal government, while Governor Adams Oshomole sees the state as the ideal place.
The Azura IPP is a 450 megawatt power plant designed for phase 1 with a total projected capacity of 1,500 megawatts. Construction is expected to be completed in 2017.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, in this part of the South-South, communities welcome with their two hands all those who wish to come and locate here.
For President Jonathan, the Azura Edo Power Project is strategic to the nation's power equation, as it will impact positively on the economy of Nigeria.
Before power, the aspects of power was exclusive reserve of federal government. States were not even allowed to generate power for commercial purposes, except for rural electrification projects. It was exclusively federal government business. And if you do it, you are contravening our laws and you're supposed to go to jail. But now, all these areas are being opened up, our roads are being opened up, our ports, other seaports, airports, our railways have been opened up for private sector investment. So I will use this opportunity to make it very clear to the private sector, and especially the international community, that Nigeria is a country where you can come and invest. Just like Shomole said that your dollar is very safe in Nigeria.
Speech is over. President Jonathan, alongside other dignitaries, moves to perform the task of the day. The foundation laying ceremony is an indication of the government's commitment to improving the power sector.
The South-South Integration and Reconciliation Committee of the People's Democratic Party says its recommendations will promote internal democracy in the party. The committee concluded its meeting with different aggrieved groups from the states in the South-South zone. It also dismissed the position put forward by some party members from Rivers State that they were prevented from appearing before the committee. Our correspondent Lanre Lasisi reports.
Unlike the scenes from the previous day, there was order at the venue of the meeting organized by the South-South Integration and Reconciliation Committee of the People's Democratic Party. It was a turn of party members from Cross River State to appear before the committee.
Our party is not what it's supposed to be. Processes are being abused, corrupted, and distorted for predetermined purposes. And we're here to ask the party to do the needful, which is to give us a level playing ground to prove that democracy is that government that everyone needs.
The governor just directs what he likes. He removes your name at will. The state chairman was a civil servant until 2010. He retired, in fact, 3 days before he became state chairman. They just eased him into that seat so that they can create the confusion they created. So we came here to tell these people that it is not right. They should try and look at Cross River State the way it should be looked at. Nobody should think that it's all is well in Cross River.
At the end of the session, the committee chairman said they will now be considering all they have gathered from the delegations. He also disagreed with the position of some members of the party from Rivers State that they were prevented from appearing before the committee.
And it is not true that it was only the Honorable Minister of Education and his supporters who were admitted here. Not at all. There was no way we could admit just that one section. We had, in fact, about 16 papers, 16 sections and so on, who came and they presented their various positions.
He said all party members agree that everyone must work towards the development of the party. Meanwhile, the party has commenced sale of forms for elective positions at its national headquarters. One of the first to pick up a form is Senator Barnabas Gamade, who says he's confident to pick up the party's senatorial ticket.
It is not, elections are not won by what people imagine. It's not those kind of factors that so many people have come to me and said, wow, can you stand the governor? Of course, yes, I've stood many before. I will stand this one too.
The national headquarters will now be very busy as this signals the start of the political season that will reach a climax with elections in February. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
Away from politics now, the Nigeria Labour Congress says it's bitter about the manner in which a 19-year-old man was killed in the Linda Manufacturing Company in Lagos. Wisdom Atukpo was found dead on the company's premises in the course of duty. The Nigeria Labour Congress is insisting that the matter has not been handled properly and is seeking investigations into the incident.
These members of Nigeria's organized labor are evidently dissatisfied with casual labor in the country, as well as other issues affecting the Nigerian worker. This protest is also not unconnected to the recent death of Wisdom Atukpo, a factory worker at Linda Manufacturing Company in Lagos.
Why did Comrade Wisdom die in this factory? From what we have found out here, this company has one of the worst labor practices ever known in Africa. We also learned that in this factory, workers have no simple safety materials to work with. This is a company that deals with chemicals. What they produce, Weavon. And a lot of the workers here have been exposed to hazard.
Even after the Lagos state government has sealed off Linda Manufacturing over poor staff welfare, it is still business as usual. The workers are not satisfied with the prevailing situation, and neither is organized labor.
The only thing we want you to do for us is that just help us settle all this.
Since the body of Wisdom Atukpo was found lifeless while on duty on Wednesday, September 24, there have been a host of reactions across the board. Most important, however, is the need for the federal government to focus more on the welfare of Nigerian workers.
The Federal Minister of Labour and Productivity, they are not implementing, they are not monitoring.
One more question the family seems to be begging for answers for is why is the police insisting that the boy's autopsy must be done by the company?
To issues in aviation, and a day after airport taxis locked down transportation around the airport area following their ouster from the original space they were occupying at the international airport 6 months ago, the union says it wants the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria to be responsive to its plight. But the spokesman for FAN, Mr. Yakubu Dati, believes the taxi union is not aligning itself with the massive remodeling exercise and described the lockdown as a breach of peace. Our aviation correspondent Bukola Joe Oketumbe reports.
The Murtala Mohammed International Airport is currently a construction site. A new terminal is not the only structure in the works. A multi-level car park will be built on this land that was formerly home to airport taxis. To give way for the ongoing projects, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria had to relocate the taxis to this present location that is now a subject of contention.
We registered this year, but we don't have a park. So one of our protests is that we want FAN to give us a park. Even the little one we are managing, they came to displace us yesterday, you understand, for a car hire service to take the place. And we're all doing transport business.
While the taxi union is blowing hot, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria insists it's a season of inconvenience.
As a responsible organization, we created space for them. We created space for the car hire operators and also told them, because of space, to share the space with the car hire operators. Now the car hire operators have been operating without complaining because they know that this is time for sacrifice.
The Airport Authority believes the taxi union is a partner in progress that must not breach the level of security around the airport.
And because of the period we live in, it is an environment where such behavior that disrupts traffic or free flow may also have security implications. Because if they are not happy with what has been done, there are channels of communication open.
While the union says it's been pushed to its limits over broken promises by the Airport Authority, they also ask FAN to fix their Archcamp Park.
This year we paid to the tune of 82,000 per car, amounting to about 370 vehicles. They've never one day pour a sand here to even fill. We've even written that they should give us lighting. As you can see, once it is night around 7, this place is dark, exposing people to danger.
For both parties, good old dialogue may just be the way out, as the Airport Authority and various unions need an atmosphere of peace to thrive. Bukola Joe Oketumbe, Channels Television News.
In part 2, after the break, Nupeng suspends its strike action in Rivers State. That's in a moment. Do join us again.